What is up, Cryptocurrency Nation? It's your boy Riviera. Welcome to the show. Yes, I'm having me some coffee right now for breakfast, and it's a good day to be alive, especially in the markets right now. So I want to share something with you guys really quick. I sold 90% of my altcoins. Why would I sell all my altcoins right now? I think we have a bigger dip that's going to happen. We haven't recovered as fast. We have been consolidating with Bitcoin. It might be accumulation right now of Bitcoin by huge investors or huge hedge funds. I sold a lot at 60,000. So I'm thinking as it continue to fall, I'm going to continue to sell. One thing I want to talk to you guys about really quick is Coinbase. Is Coinbase a exchange or more than that? Let's go to this video really quick to get an explanation from CNBC.
Let's get more reaction to this landmark listing. Joining us now is Steve Jang, founder and managing partner at Kindred Ventures and an early Coinbase backer. Steve, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, did you sell? Did you sell any shares?
No, I did not.
You did not. Why not?
Yeah. You know, I think this company, Coinbase, so we invested in 2014, and the diligence and the discipline that they've shown in building the company up, even building the institutional aspects of their platform when it was crypto winter, was impressive. And I think that Brian Armstrong, Emily Choi, and team have created a company for the long haul. Now, unlike other tech IPOs that we've seen more recently, including Uber, which we were an early investor in, a lot of IPOs are going public when they're at the maturity stage of their business. I think Coinbase is actually at the beginning of their journey still. Look, they have 56 million user accounts, but have a 7.2 billion annualized run rate on revenue. There's so much headroom to this business, and there's a decade or two ahead for them. And I wanted to address something that I heard Brian bring up, which is, the question of whether you buy Bitcoin or crypto versus Coinbase. And my short answer to you is that do both. In 2014, we bought Bitcoin, and we invested in Coinbase when it was a non-consensus industry sector. And the reason why we did that is that, as venture investors, we want to learn and we want to meet engineers and we want to get deep in the technology. But from a purely investment perspective, you want to invest in software companies as well that create platforms that attack and transform so many different sectors. So the question of whether or not it's an exchange or a brokerage or an asset manager or a lender or a crypto wallet company, it's all of the above. And that's the beauty of investing in software platforms. Was Apple just a computer company? Was Amazon just an online bookstore? These companies for the long haul over 2 or 3 decades become so much more than that. And that's why I think Coinbase, for us, we look at this as a long-term journey with the company.
Hey, Steve, does this, this liquidity event, whether it is an event or not, obviously the company did not sell shares and take in cash, but think about all the insiders or think about a lot of early investors who maybe this caps the end of their journey in this investment. Do you think that there is the opportunity for just a whole host of new innovation in this crypto ecosystem to be unlocked? And if so, where are you looking in particular?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, this is the very beginning of the crypto industry. This direct listing, it's monumental for several reasons. One, I think it's the 3rd largest tech public listing ever. I think Alibaba and Facebook are the only 2 larger ones. They didn't raise any new capital with this direct listing. They didn't need to. They're deeply profitable. And so I think one of the things that I'm excited about is this company is going to invest in not just a lot of the investment use cases, but they're going to continue to push forward in enabling other companies and other startups in the sector. We're investors in a bunch of ex-Coinbase employees that have created their own startups in DeFi, in NFTs, in crypto protocols as well. And so there's a spawning of new entrepreneurship and new startup innovation that's happening just out of the Coinbase employee base. And what you're going to see moving forward as people go through the natural cycle of liquidity and leaving off to do their own thing, there are already thousands of crypto startups with really talented people building amazing innovation right now. But imagine over the next 5 years, those people that will come from that Coinbase platform, that learning, And it's been incredible for us to watch as investors to back them, but it'll be incredible for the consumer and the institutional market to see all the products in decentralized finance, NFTs, also in digital gold, right? Bitcoin is digital gold essentially for the investor. There's so many more use cases for Bitcoin that haven't been delved into.
Hey, Steve, it's BK. So I'm curious about Coinbase, right? I listed off a whole bunch of different businesses that are in that they need to execute on and grow. From your perspective, watching them grow, which of the sectors, custody, staking, asset management, lending, what's the most promise for them? And what do you think is going to be the kind of their breakout business over the next 2 years?
Sure. So all of those businesses you just described are linked to each other, right? What's underpinning that is assets under management, having that trust and that security, and also the software scale to manage all of that. And if you look at what they did leading up to this, they bought a prime brokerage, they bought Bison Trails, which was a node infrastructure company that allows other companies and other protocols to be able to manage blockchain technology. So I think that they're going into all of these areas because it's just additional product lines off of the same base. They have $250 billion under management right now. Half of that is institutional. Now, a lot of that is because of price appreciation in cryptocurrencies. But if you want to have a platform that normalizes and abstracts away all the complexity of crypto, Coinbase is the only platform on the planet that does that. Even their competitors will tell you they owe it to Coinbase that the crypto industry and their opportunity in their world is even possible. And if you look at the assets under management, Coinbase is managing 10% of the totality of all crypto value on the planet today. And so this is not only an important company for the industry, but it's also one that's paving the way for the entire industry moving forward. And that's what I'm frankly interested and excited about, is what comes after for the company.
Sure.
A direct listing by nature is going to be, it's like after a lockup, right? After a 6-month lockup in a classic IPO, there's going to be a lot of up and downs while people are finding diversity and there's a lot of trading. But long term, the long journey, I think, is up and to the right for this company.
We're just about out of time, and the producers are going to kill me. But I want to ask you this one last question, Steve, as it relates to Coinbase, the stock. And that is, you had mentioned that a lot of the competitors or some similar platforms out there are saying, thanks to Coinbase, you made this all possible, et cetera. I mean, isn't that like what Robinhood would have said? Oh, thanks to Fidelity or Schwab for making it possible for us to be here. Robinhood ended up being a disruptor to other similar platforms. It came on the scene from out of nowhere, from not traditional finance. It managed to compress fees very rapidly and really change the way the industry does business. And I wonder if that's a concern at all when it comes to Coinbase.
I think it's a different analogy. I think Coinbase, is a software company first. It's a software platform that moves, holds, invests, stakes, lends against crypto, all of these things. It's an API-driven company as well in terms of storage, application development, on-ramping. So what they're doing is they're working with the ecosystem, not sort of in their own silo. And so many of the startups, many of the innovators that would disrupt an incumbent are actually working together independent upon Coinbase. And moving forward, Coinbase has ambitions to embrace the developer community and be a part of that. And so I see it more as like a foundational platform for the industry rather than a silo to be disrupted. I think it'll be a little bit different because they also are investing in a lot of startups. So Coinbase Ventures, which we partner with closely and co-invest with, they're nurturing that ecosystem as well. So I think it's a different mindset in this very special company.
Steve, great to get your thoughts. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Steve Jang of Kindred Ventures. Tim Seymour, where do you go with that? And now, by the way, I asked that same question to Alexis Ohanian this morning, who is also an early Coinbase investor, a co-founder of Reddit. He had a very similar sort of answer. He had diamond hands, he said, when it came to Coinbase. What do you think?
Well, it was a really thoughtful discussion, and it kind of sounds a little bit like other big, mega cap tech companies that have also. I mean, think of Google. Think about laboratories and Sidewalk Labs, and think of all their ventures. Google is a lot more than just a search engine, and at times has seen major compression in that business, or at least challenges to that business from other players. So, what I'm hearing is that this is a company that's going to continue to be, again, I think the quote was nurturing the digital ecosystem and the VC community within it. There's an incredible amount of intellectual, call it capital within the firm, and that's moving on in some cases, but not really. So, I mean, the argument here is that this is not just an exchange. That this is part of the ethos and part of the highway of the digital world. And I think it remains to be seen. That's obviously a vision. Right now, we have profitability, we have metrics, we have multiples that we cling to as investors, that we try to drop companies in a particular box. And I think people are struggling with this. But clearly, I think there's plenty of folks that think there's significant upside from here.
Yeah, I mean, the metaphors to a Google or an Amazon are fascinating and would imply, blue skies for this company. Anyway, Brian Kelly, our thanks to you for joining us. Appreciate it.
I believe Coinbase is an exchange. It offers a little bit more. It offers education, but all exchanges really do offer education. They do have dividends. Most exchanges in the world have dividends from different stocks. So the technology is revolutionary. The technology is different, and the technology is going to change a lot of things. But it's just new technology and a new exchange. So a lot of new variables are going to come in. So let's move right into the computer and let's look at the charts for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some more news. Okay, guys, so we're looking at the Bitcoin price at the day chart. Let's make it a little bit better so you guys can see this. You see where we're going up, and we broke out of this channel. Broke directly out of it. We usually like to come back and retest this, then push down. But if we retest this, we have to break this resistance right here. Looking at this hammer candle right here, which is a signal that the market wants to push back up, it looks very attractive to long Bitcoin right now. But we fell below this 50 moving average, which is this blue line right here, and the 200 is down here. So we're still in an upper trend, but as you guys can see, we've been above this 50 moving average for a very, very long time, and we finally broke under it. So that is very scary to me. I don't like seeing things like that. So that's the reason why after this candle, I started selling my altcoins, and this is why I haven't really bought back yet, because I want to see us push above this 50 and then break this resistance line up here. Let's go into the 4-hour, see if we can get into some more details. Now, the U.S. stock market is pushing up right now, so Bitcoin is moving up right here, but we've just been consolidating. I want to see if this pushes out or pushes down, but this is very important. We might shrink into this until we can see what really happens. So let's go over here and look at the US 30, because I like comparing it. You see, we popped up in the US 30, and then Bitcoin popped up today. So let's look at Ethereum. I marked out the chart a little bit. If you go over here to the day really quick, we've been still under this 50 moving average. Ethereum is pushing harder than Bitcoin right now. A lot of investors have been buying. One of the big investors that has been buying, Rothschild Investment, bought 4.7 million in shares of Grayscale Ethereum Trust. So Grayscale had the coins already, just Rothschild just made a huge investment. I actually did a video on this next to the Rothschild Investment Corporation because it's in Chicago. And for some reason, my camera was just deleted all the footage, and I was pretty mad. I'll probably go back and do a video in front of it just to give you guys some more details. But if these guys buy a lot of Ethereum up, that's going to push a lot of other investors to think about buying Ethereum. So if we look back up here at the Ethereum chart, Ethereum's pushing hard, but Ethereum has to worry about this all-time high, and look like we're moving within this channel going up. So what I want you guys to think about is where you expect the markets to go, because if Bitcoin falls, the altcoins will fall a little bit harder. So you have to judge everything on Bitcoin. And it's kind of hard right now. We've been in the channel in Bitcoin for a little bit. This is that channel right there, and just consolidation. And I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know where it's going to go. We had a huge pullback right here in the stock market, but this is an easy trade because you can see it hit support and just bounced off of it and pushed back up. It all depends on where this is going. And look at this, guys. You can see the US 30 has been above the 50, and it just recently went under the 50 and pushed back up. So there's a lot of similarities in the stock market and with Bitcoin. Sometimes Bitcoin is an earlier alert, and sometimes the stock market is an earlier alert to let you know which way these currencies are going to go. So if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Please, please, guys, leave comments. And when you guys hit this thumbs up button, this brings a lot more people to my channel. So please hit the thumbs up button. And I'll see you guys all later. Enjoy the crypto life, baby. Peace.